welcome to yet another exciting episode of Seated with Jennifer podcast, where real conversation gets to meet a real impact that will change our lives. Today, it's a very special episode because I'm with a man that I would say he has really taught me to dream big. Not just about dreaming big. This man has taken a chance on me. I remember when I started this whole podcasting journey, and that time I was just doing it on Instagram Lives, and I invited him over. He didn't even hesitate. He was like, okay, when can we come? When can we shoot? And he immediately came. And such people, you need to celebrate them. You really need to honor them. Right in studio with me today is Mr. Thobo. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
I'm super happy to be having you. I remember this is 2020 when I was still doing online podcasts.
Yes.
Like, okay, let me try her. Maybe that time you're already on Forbes.
Yes.
So I didn't expect a reply first of all. I didn't expect a reply. But you're like, okay, let's do this.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, you don't have a PA structures because you're used to such, you know. Yeah. But it's great to have you right here in the podcast, you know, after so many years. A lot has changed since our last episode.
Conversation, yeah. No, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, I'm super happy. Maybe to begin off the conversation, I was going to ask you what you were eating, but I can see you're having coffee. But okay, what are you listening to coming here?
I was listening to a bit of jazz. There's this,
Jazz on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday, lunchtime.
Okay.
It's my way of really coming down.
Okay.
Yeah, so I do listen to a bit of jazz and a bit of gospel also, and Amapiano. Like, my playlist is so confusing. Get out, if you're in my car, you'd get so confused.
One moment
you are coming down, then the next
we are in Amapiano.
Yes,
next we are back to gospel.
Next we are celebrating God and we are worshiping. How's worship?
It's another thing.
Yeah.
No, but I don't blame you. Being in the radio space, I understand, you know, because our music always changes as per the song that is there.
That is there.
So yeah. Okay, no, good to have you. We have watched you from so many podcasts, so many TV shows, so many radio shows, both South Africa, Botswana, Zambia, across Africa. We have seen you in the radio space, we have seen you in the TV space, even in the digital space. But I want you to take us back to your journey. Where was Thobo born? Not how old you are. You'll get to share that if you feel like it. But just take us through your journey from the beginning all the way till now.
Okay, from when I was born.
Yeah, let's take it back.
Nice.
Where are you from? Because we know you as the successful businessman, but where is he really from?
Okay, so I was born in 92. As a firstborn of Mr. Jacob Khathola and Thobo Khathola, and I was born in Princess Marina Hospital.
From Gebs?
Yes, in Gebs, yeah. Well, my mom is from Mokonye and my dad is from Bobon. Well, Kebasoto, but they ended up settling ko Bobonong. And they obviously met Mohaboroni because of work and opportunities, etc.
Okay.
Yes, church. I think they met at church. So, that's why I was born Princess Marina Hospital. I was one of those babies Baba Tusenka winter, you know. Yes, yeah. So that was in 92. And that's my journey started hella at primary school, at Rainbow Primary School. We were one of the first students to start in that school.
Wow.
In 1998. That's when I did reception.
1998.
1998, yeah.
You don't want to know how old I was.
Don't give away your age.
I'm not going to do that.
It's for us guys. I mean, ladies are very skeptical about giving
People
away.
People will be shocked if I'm to say.
To say your age. I get no. And then, Honoko Rainbow, it was a new school. It was Block 9. And from what I understand, or what I had observed, it was only until pre-primary, until standard 3, standard 4. So when I started standard 1, standard 2, Atolosadi class 2, standard 4, standard 5. So the school was literally growing with us. Like when I was standard 3, the high school side. And then it just kept going on. So we literally saw the school being built from scratch, and then I did all the way until A levels. So ke heditse kwa ka 2010 my A levels. So I was there for a good 12 years
Of your studies.
of my studies. Yes, yeah.
So from Rainbow, where did you go to?
So from Rainbow, I went straight to University of Pretoria. Yeah.
Why
So
that choice?
A levels. That's a good one. I got admission to UCT, University of Pretoria, and University of Wits University.
So in Botswana, you didn't like, or you were...
Hey, I applied to Basco. I applied to Basco, but hey, it was just like I applied to Basco, but my main choice was Hodekwan. In fact, I wanted to go to UCT, but I was self-sponsored by my parents, so we met each other halfway. You know what? Pretoria is closer, and they need I want to come home quickly. And it was actually a good choice that, looking back, I see I had some of my best time more Pretoria, it's not such a big like Joburg or Cape Town. Yeah.
So what did you study?
I was admitted for actuarial science.
Okay,
And then I FD'd second year.
Okay.
Hey, second year. Hey.
Like the following stage.
Yeah, hey, it was something else. It was something else. That course was hectic. First year, like I really didn't go in. You know, like when you've been staying home the whole of your life, and then finally you are there, you are alone, you are free, you are in. I did still go to church every Sunday. I left from the first Sunday I was there, but life happens, and maybe it was God's way, because I ended up doing economics and business admin. Yeah. So my Bachelor of Commerce was in economics and business admin, and then I graduated in 2014-15.
And then you came back home.
Then I came back home,
So you started working, or immediately?
No work, immediately. Lion Tutoring was born. So I finished December 2014.
Okay.
Then Lion Tutoring was registered in February 2015.
Okay, that was too quick.
I tried the whole job search thing. Hey, but
when you were still in SA?
Yeah, when I was in SA in January. January, I was there dropping applications, going to my internship. Then I felt, well,
it's not working.
Yeah, it wasn't working, because again, in January, some of our church mates, they thought I was good in maths. Oh, I was good in maths, but they were like, Thobo is here, he's good in maths. Tutor some of the kids. So that is how I started, even before registering the company.
Yes. I'm going to go back to that. But I want to ask you this, because I feel like if I was you, in your shoes, the moment I finished from varsity, I wouldn't have come back home. Looking at how South Africa has a lot of opportunities. And all of that. So why didn't you stay and stick around?
I did get a job. I got 2 job offers
in South Africa.
Yes,
okay.
But there was just a little bit of hiccup when it came to the visa, the work visas, because the way it is, they want to protect certain. So unless if you are like a scarce skill, they are going to reject your visa and say, no, me there's a South African who can. The same thing that here
we do here.
Yes, we would reject a visa for somebody who comes offering a job that other people can offer. So that's the visa process didn't go as planned. So I just thought, just go back home.
Now it makes sense, because I'm always like, if you are in a country such as South Africa, which has so many opportunities, I would just stay there, But
but you should always remember God. God has his plans.
So you had to come back home to have this vision. So you say you started in February and you finished your school in December.
Yes, the previous year.
So you mean to take those 2
months?
It gave you enough time to think, or should I start this?
I had no choice.
Was it something that you anticipated, or because you were already volunteering at church helping students?
Yes, I wasn't. They were paying me.
Okay. They were paying.
Yeah. So the thing is, I think my life has always been fast-paced. So
I can
ke hela
see.
pelo ka speed, like ha ke bona gore, hey guys, what is happening, you know? So it was the same mentality I went gore my sake, guys, okay, ke mo listing ke tsamaya ha kae. They will say no, go santse go place wa batho ba 2009. I'm like,
And
what?
this
When
time is
am I gonna have this?
2014.
I can't be spending another nenyane ke nna ko lapeng. Akanya gore in South Africa I had 3 stable jobs. I was a sales agent, I was a driver at the university, and I was a tutor.
And you're also a student.
And I was also a student. So I was balancing all of those. So imagine coming
Yeah.
from that high-paced environment to sitting home waiting,
Yeah.
you know, it wasn't going to cut. I was even getting frustrated, and, you know, so I ended up saying, my friends were like, no, we are registering companies. Are you register a company? So went with them, we registered Lion Tutoring, whenever registered at Abone, then we started, you know, doing business. And 11 years later,
Yeah,
here
yeah.
I am. Yeah.
So when
yeah.
it started from a church setup, right, where you're just in church.
Yes,
At what
yeah.
point did you think, okay, let's now branch this into a full campus, admitting students, broadcasting it and marketing it like
So
that?
the way when I was employed, it was remote tutoring. So ne re latela the students at their homes. So the head office is and was still based in Cape Town. So even my employers, I never knew them for 4 years. I was working for the company. Ha ke ise be ke ba bone. It was all done remotely. So that was the vision for Lion Tutoring. Yes, yeah. So when I started, I just started, you know, throwing Facebook ads around,
Yeah.
printing flyers, going to distribute, kodikweleng, and then parents started to call in to say, no, but we'd want you to come to our house. So back then, and even still now, most of the tutoring companies, you have to take your child there.
Yeah.
But with Lion Tutoring, we can come to your house. You don't have to now think about, I'm taking my child home. I mean, I'm taking my child to tutoring, and then after that, I have to take them home.
Yeah.
When even if it's school transport, if it drops your child go laping, the tutor comes to your house. So yeah, having our first office was to just have support staff. Ba e leng gore if any parent has a problem, they can call. Then somebody o bua le bona gore yeah, the tutor is still, you know, they had a tire puncture or ba santse ba le mo tseleng, etc. You know, so that is what the vision was. But it started to attract some clientele that want to bring their kids to us. So that is why now we have some students also coming to us. But it's only 20% of our operations. The other 80% is the students that we go to their house. Yeah.
It's so amazing how your company has, we have had so many tuition centers in Botswana, and probably the time you started, you're also not the first.
And I wasn't the
But
first, yeah.
you have become one of the first that every other tuition center looks up to, because you don't just have branches in Botswana, they're all over the world right now.
Yes,
How many
yeah.
are they right now?
We are in 5 countries now.
Okay.
So we have Botswana, South Africa, Kenya, Namibia, and we are starting in Rwanda. We've started in Rwanda. Tota hela, I'm just always so modest.
But you've already
yeah,
started
like I always
operation.
feel, because we do have both in person and online, and we even had students as far as Brazil, Italy, Spain, and
Wow.
Australia. Actually, it's online. So our curriculum is an international curriculum, which is IGCSE. E leng gore even if a student is in Sydney or they are in
Wherever.
UK, they just get onto a Zoom call with the tutor, and they can have their lesson, then they pay to us. So the way they pay to us is we have an e-commerce. So the e-commerce allow you just get out your credit card details,
And
put them there, CVV number, expiry date, then you can tell it every month, kadi 15, pay this amount to Lion Tutoring. And then that is how the subscription model goes for us. Yeah.
This whole idea that you just mentioned, would you say go studisa ko SA is what opened your eyes to opportunities and what you can do with a tuition center, instead of it just being like a normal tuition center where a child is taken there?
Yeah.
Because I'm hearing you, like I said, you're not the first to open a tuition center in Botswana, but yours has went to being international. Where did
Yes.
the exposure come from?
Yes, you are right. The answer is in the question. Yeah, so basically, like I said, from my second year of university,
Yeah.
my best friend, Michael Musiane, shout out.
Okay.
Tsepo Musiane, Michael Musiane, yeah. He, at his department, so he was doing geology, and I was doing economics and business studies. So they had an advert by the entrance of their department, yeah, where there are tutors that I wanted. So this was by one of the biggest tutoring companies in South Africa. So when they put that, he called me go library because we used to be at the hella after the lesson
Yeah.
we go to the library. So he called me, hey man, come see this advert, let's apply. So I got it there, got my phone, took a picture, we applied, and that's how we got hired as tutors from the second year of varsity. So tutoring for me was always there in whatever I'm doing since 2012,
Yeah.
2011, 2012. So when I came here, that's where I saw the gap. Hore kana me mo Botswana, they are still doing it the traditional way, and even now they're still doing it the
Even
traditional way. I mean,
Yeah.
ke ra hore not go ntsha ba bangwe ka lesogologolo,
Yeah.
but I haven't seen anyone who has that passion of doing it the way that we are doing it, and give the convenience. Happy I get it comes with kana if you are doing something long enough. You have the confidence, you have the systems, you
Yeah.
have, you know, le babereki ba go ba se ba itse gore no ha motho a letsa le ko Phakalane, dithuthara tsa rona re how do we deploy them to Phakalane kana G North kana village kana Mokolodi. You know, we already have a network of how do we work around the logistics. So I think that has been our first mover advantage. And over the years, we've perfected it and we've come better at it. So that back then, you'd request for a tutor,
Yeah.
and then would maybe take 2 or 3 days trying to just sort out their schedules, etc. But nowadays, I've seen somebody pay for our program Pagela by 3 o'clock. The tutor has
already
delivered
started.
and the program has started. So now we start even looking at the turnaround delivery time to hours. We don't look at days. Yeah.
Did you imagine it to be where it is 11 years later?
No, not at all. Because kinda God works in a very mysterious way. 'Cause
Yeah,
he doesn't show
true.
you the end.
Yeah.
And when you are like there building, and before you know it, you look back and you're like,
11
look at
years
how
later.
far God has brought me, and I've never even thought, even certain things that happen in my life, I'm always as shocked as everyone else.
I think for me, I never knew you had money.
Yeah.
Till the Forbes cover, which I want to ask you about. Ghana, when you get to level it's above Forbes, it means you your pocket we can already see okay,
Amen.
pocket
I
wise.
receive, woman of God.
But the moment I saw you on the cover, I was like, oh, from tuition, this is what he does, and
Yes,
now he's on a
yeah,
Forbes cover.
yeah.
Hape, it was our first time seeing a Motswana on the
the
Forbes
cover,
cover. On the cover.
yes, yeah.
Firstly, how did that come about, and what year was it? And it was after like how many years since like tuition is
Was born, yes. So this happened in 2020. Lion Tutoring was started in 2015. So this was 5 years
5
into
years
our
into-
operations, yes. And it just happened that year. I think a lot of us, Botswana, we applied to be on the Forbes list. So yeah, we all put our applications. People were voting,
Yeah.
and they shortlisted us. And we had interviews where now in those interviews, they bring your financials. They want to see your audited financials, the impact that you are having in the community. Because some people that actually even make so much money, they
Yeah.
didn't make it. And some people by Lengwari, maybe they give back to the community, made it. So they were looking at all of those metrics. What impact are you doing for your community? How much money are you making? Most importantly, because you are a business, you are
Yeah.
supposed to make money. Yeah, so that's basically how it went. And finally, we were announced or you guys are on the Forbes on the Forbes under 30. Then I got another special call to say, man, you look good. Come for the photo shoot. Well, I didn't see myself as, looking good and whatever. I'm like, I just look ordinarily
you just need
fine,
pieces that
guys.
appear good.
You look like a model, kind of. So I'm like, you know what? I'll be
Yeah.
there. So they booked us nice studio ko Joburg in Centre.
It wasn't even here. Yeah,
No, it wasn't here. And it was a full day. Cannot to just get that cover magazine. We were shooting for the whole day.
Just for that picture.
Just for that picture on the cover. You shoot the whole day.
Sure.
And they will tell you, no, 10 like this, 10 like this. It's photo after photo
And it's your
after
first
photo
time.
after. And it's my first time. Well, the other guys were on Kanaki, we are all entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
We are not like models. So
Yes.
we had the guys who did makeup. We had David Tlale, I think.
Oh,
David
okay.
Tlale did my suit and everything. So he didn't come himself. So his people came to sort of
Also,
make
they're
sure.
even dressing you up and all of
Yes,
that.
because the
Oh,
week before
nice.
they asked for our measurements. So I had to go to a tailor here to take my measurements and then send them to Forbes. And then, they did the suits and everything. So when we came in the morning, some lady even flew all the way from Rwanda. I think one of the ladies, she flew all the way from Rwanda. So really in the shoot, she came and then we continued, the whole day.
The reason why I'm asking you
Yeah.
about the Forbes one, because like you said, Lion Tuition was 5 years into operation.
Yes, yeah.
I saw somewhere a lot of businesses here in our country, after 3 years,
Yes,
most businesses often die within those first 3 years.
Yes, yeah.
What made you to penetrate even 11 years later? What are some of the things that you have observed as an entrepreneur? Seeing, okay, yeah, my fellow entrepreneurs, recently, that's why their businesses don't prosper.
Well, it's resilience, number one. Just taking ourselves seriously.
In what
You
sense?
can't expect other people to take you seriously. How and also it's serious. So running the business like an organization, if you don't know something, go to YouTube, watch a video. If you don't know how do you do your company finances, go there, watch. If you don't know how to create contracts, nowadays we live in a time of AI. You can ask ChatGPT, you can ask Claude, how do I fix this part of my company? How do I fix this part? But I think most of the companies that actually die, they don't take it too seriously. They don't obsess over. Now I think I really obsess over my company. And company not in the sense of dikaho company, but in what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I'm bringing convenience and education to students. So I obsess for how can they be assisted? How can they move from F to D to B to A? Every single student. Some of the parents even now, like we have close to 5,000 students
5,000
on a
students,
year-to-year basis, yes. Even in the past, like the students we've had since 2015 to date, there are 40,000. So even if a parent mentions a student's name, most of the time they get so scared where I'll respond with the same name. So somebody will be like, can Tepang. I'm like, Tepang mang, Setekia. They're like, yes, can Jenny mang,
Yeah.
Samamang. I'll even tell you the year that the student
because
Hey.
you take the company seriously like
because
that.
yes, it's my
You value
day-to-day
your
bread,
people.
and there are so many people that take care of the kids, but I still have read the reports at the end of the day. This student, this is what happened. This student wa kwala ga pasa o simolotse ka dikana go iragetse yang. What is the tutor saying? No, the tutor is saying ngwana wa tshameka ga nka ira di assignment a go builwe le batsadi go builwe le batsadi ba re eng is the student still interested in that subject, or do they need to do a psychometric test? No, this child will never excel more English, but I excel more maths. So maybe that could be that the student is not interested in those kind of subjects. So that's how you hyper obsess over your customer.
Your
And
customers.
if after they pay you for their service, are they truly getting their money's worth? Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you another one. I love money so much.
Yes,
That one is
yeah.
a fact. That we should love money.
Yes,
So I love money.
yes.
So I recently saw a clip on TikTok. I was so happy because the person didn't share with us the full information of when you've made your first million.
Yes.
When did you make your
I
first
made
million?
my
How
first-
old were you at that time?
Yeah, so I became a millionaire at the age of 24. Looking at the valuation
You can just brush it.
Hey.
24.
Yeah, 24. That's the year I got. That's the year I got married. Yeah, I got
you are too
married
fast.
24, 25.
So you became a millionaire at 24.
Yes.
Mobotswana.
Mobotswana. Yeah, Pula
Yeah,
millionaire.
Pula millionaire.
Yes, yeah.
And then you married the same year.
The
We'll
same
speak
year
on
of
the marriage
27.
part.
Yeah,
Let's
the
start
grace
with-
was the grace was upon me.
How do you make 24? How do you make a million at 24?
Yes, basically, like I'm saying, the more you service your customers,
Or the
more-
business had already started?
Yes.
Oh.
The business had already started. So the more you are servicing your customers, the more they bring other customers, and it just becomes a ripple effect. So it's not even about the money itself. You know, I became also a dollar millionaire by the age of 31. Yeah,
We
the
can close
company
the podcast.
valuation.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, so like I'm saying, Hannah, back to your point.
Yeah.
These things are, now I look at them, I call them vanity metrics. Or when did you become a billionaire? Like for me, it's not something I obsess of. Or ke batla go nna millionaire, kana ke batla go nna billionaire, kana ing, you know, it's all about, am I doing an impact? Am I making an impact in the lives of your
The people.
customers? And that way, you won't even need to worry about money. You won't even need to worry about gore go tsene di million di le kae, go tla batho ba le kae, because you know where they
Yeah.
are always going to be coming back.
learning.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, it's what I call a vanity metric, as to, you know, the millions that are there, they are tsena, you see the accounts, but you know what I obsess about is my students. Are they passing? Are they bringing other students? Is the company growing? My employees, are they happy at work? If they're not happy, what's the problem?
Yeah.
And how do we grow in terms of our size? That is the most important thing
So
for
by
me.
the time you became a millionaire, was it first year of
It
starting?
was
or
on my third year. It was 2.5 years into the business.
into the business?
Yes.
No,
yeah.
God has really been with you. So 2 years
Yeah.
into the business, you hit a million.
Yes.
5 years later, you make it to Forbes.
Make it to Forbes, yes, yeah.
You-
And then
okay.
another 3 or so years, our company valuation is between 20 to 30
Currently?
million pula, yes.
Currently, it's between
20 to 30 million pula valuation. Yeah. So if I was to sell Lion Tutoring to an
That's how
investor,
much you need.
at least I'll get Boba. Yeah, but that's not in the talks at the moment. I'm not looking to sell out.
Wow, that's really something beautiful, you know.
Yes.
Because oftentimes, like I said, we often start businesses and we never even think of those. But maybe because also of what you did in school, it did guide you. Okay, this is how maybe you run a company or
Yes,
that.
yeah.
That's why, like, I'm so happy to be hearing you saying that right now, if you had to sell it, you need this much.
Yes,
Oftentimes,
you
you don't
can.
have that in mind.
Yeah, and
when we start
most
our companies.
companies actually do, like the guys by Lahore, they start businesses, founders in your Cape Town. They actually look to, you know, build a company and sell it. But now for me, selling would be maybe 10 or 20 years, Nayana, because at the moment you have to just look at how do you raise capital. There's 2 ways of raising capital: getting debt or selling equity. And then if you are sitting at maybe 10 million valuation of your company, if you sell 10%, you can raise 1 million. Somebody can actually invest 1 million and take 10% of your company. That's how it basically works. Yeah. And again, as Botswana, and I know that people watching this podcast would
Yeah.
actually feel a little bit uncomfortable when we talk about money.
Yeah.
And it's something that as a nation, we need to stop, you know, we need to break that thing because, you know, I always see our counterparts, you know, the guys at Forbes in the US or in Asian countries, they just talk about money and valuation so simply and loosely, and you don't cringe. But
Yeah.
Rona, when we talk about money, go, "Eh, ho buiwe
Ha go
jalo,
buiwe,
a
ba tla
tlo
go
di
loa."
male." Oh, That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel it's quite limita a lot because for you to say that you are a millionaire or it shouldn't have a negative connotation to it.
Yeah.
It should be something saying what it's also celebrated and it can empower other young people to say, guys, start your businesses. Don't be waiting for Hormento Tlatisa Ditiro. You know, if you see where the government is not doing something,
Yeah.
are you just going to sit back and relax? You know, try to see what you can do. What are the things they come naturally to you? Like you have that good communication.
Okay.
Sometimes, good when we don't hear you. Kaka Sunday, Mugebs FM, like something is missing or can't what's miss. I can't Jennifer Clamato, Jennifer, okay. Le Freddy reclamo let's Freddy. Ako isa gwana ko studio
Yeah.
so those are the kind of things you know as Batswana we need to aspire for better, take our strengths, you know, and enterprise.
I want to ask you a question, right? But have you ever had any funding from either government or anywhere? And what is your take on that? Should people, when they start their business, but when I defend, because another thing, like you just said, re tshaba go bua ka madi in our country. And sometimes, because re tshaba go bua ka madi, re tshaba go mo teng sekoloto. And I realized of recent by the interactions that I've had with a couple of people that I know, those people have taken a lot of funding.
Yes, yeah.
And
yeah.
on our record, how can I my how am I gonna manage?
Yeah. No, we've taken a lot of funding. The first one was YDF. We took the YDF,
Oh, okay.
but we took it after 2 or 3 years because obviously you don't get your idea.
Your idea, what?
Even by the time it actually came, I don't want to say we didn't need the money because we always need the money, but hopefully maybe if they hear this, they can start investing YDF funds into earlier businesses.
Yeah.
Like that 100,000 for somebody by the time we got it, I think our business turnover is $1 million. So it came and it helped us to grow. But had it come maybe a year before or 2 years before, a little bit more impact. But nonetheless, we are very grateful for them. So that was the YDF, even the banks, the commercial banks. And that's the thing that we discussed during my mentorship program. So I run a mentorship program called the Thobo Khathola Business Scaling Mentorship Program. It goes every Wednesday from 6 to 8.
And I was oh sorry.
Finish. No, ladies first. No,
I was like, sometimes God really speaks to you because I'm working on something, right? And the other time I was so frustrated. That was about business I can do better because I've never really wanted anything to do with business. Maybe because of how I've seen other entrepreneurs in our country. That's why I'm happy to see entrepreneurs like you openly speaking about money and the challenges you get. So it's like I need a mentor. So I was telling my husband, I think this guy can be the guy for what I need because I saw that you're also a part of a mentorship program.
Yes.
So after we spoke about that, literally next week you put up a post. So I'm like, okay.
Nice.
So I wanted to apply and then I said, okay, the fee. But I'm like, this one is something that I can subscribe to.
Mentorship comes through different forms. The way we are talking now.
It's
this
also
is
mentorship. Yeah.
If you read a book or or somebody go like or Thobo, like even me, my mentor
How did you meet him?
Oh yeah, that's another story.
We'll get to. Let's finish this one.
Yeah, and he's a great person, by the way. So I started watching his videos, reading his books way before I met him. And that is what I would like to say. Mentorship comes in those forms. Reading books, watching podcasts like this, watching YouTube videos, the training. That's a way of getting mentorship. You know, and back to the finances side. They actually give us credit facilities, looking at the good conduct of our books. So keeping your books is a very important thing. Most of us entrepreneurs, my business, all willy-nilly. But you need to separate my dear business And you have to have a budget for madi a tsena ke a dirisetsa sena for business, all of those things, salaries, rentals, etc., mortgage ha e le gore o setse o rekile madirelo a gago. And that comes through the mentorship. We teach our guys at the mentorship program or have an accounting software. Nowadays they are very cheap.
Yeah.
Okay, not cheap. Let's say affordable. I
Affordable.
like the word affordable. They're affordable. Some of them even free. Or you can go onto this platform. Ha sagametsi a tla go duela wa capture gore nya sagametsi o duetse 100 pula ha o mo atla wa capture khantela ha ile gore o itsapa go capture hire another graduate o mo neele tiro ha gore ha ba ntse ba duelana o kwale mo this accounting software before the end of it. If you want to go to the bank to apply for a loan, they get your financials. You talk to your other accounting firm, they get your financials, and then you submit to the bank. You are able to get a credit facility. And that is how you grow your business, basically. And I really advocate for good debt, not for bad debt. If you are getting good debt, you can even expand your business. Ha e le gore you are running a saloon, ha no na le ditilonyana tse pedi ho irile rent or something, you can even expand, make it look nicer. Get more chairs, get TV nyana hali, go on social media, advertise your business. That is what business is all about. It's all about aspiring to grow it. Don't just be content. Not content. Content is a good thing. Don't be just satisfied with where you are. Be content, that, but always think for better, bigger. Always be in that mind frame. How do I get more customers, etc.
So with regard to the mentorship, because you're already on that topic, it happens every Wednesday?
Yes, from 6 to 8.
From 6 to 8. Is there like per cohort, or it runs?
Yes.
How long does it run? How much is it?
So the cohort runs 6 weeks. So you're supposed to be doing all the sessions in 6 weeks. You can join anytime, because if like last week we had the first one, this week we're having the second one. So there are some people that are going to join in doing the second one, but they still have to do the first session. So
It's not
everyone
like
has
you
their
missed.
checklist. Okay, ke join na kadikana. I did these 3 topics, so you have to join the next cohort for the other 3 topics that you missed. And it's only for a smaller nyana, 5,000
That's not
investment, guys.
I was about to
Some
say
people
that.
use that money on a weekend to have fun.
Yeah.
And this is you actually. And it's the same thing that my mentor with Tembekwa used to say.
It's worth
guys,
the value.
the value that you are getting from buying that book. Motho mongwe o kgona go tsena mo restaurant a ba swipe madi ao, to for a meal, but you've bought a book it's going to, and I wouldn't run this thing if I knew it won't add value.
And
it has to add value.
Speaking with a millionaire like that, I mean,
come
it's
on.
the 5,000 is worth it. I mean, also you are just looking at the investment, all the knowledge they've gained 11 years in the operation of Lion Tuition.
Yes.
Imagine I have to pay 5,000 for 11 years of knowledge. Also with the connections that you have gotten throughout these years, it's really worth the money.
It is,
No, it's really worth it. Earlier on, we were speaking about you getting married at 24. Let's go back to the topic of marriage.
Right. Yeah, 24
24
years.
you're getting married.
Yes, yeah.
24.
Yeah.
Fine, I got married at 23 going 24.
Yes.
But for a man is different. For a man is different in a sense.
My wife and I are 1 year apart, so I'm just 1 year older.
So you guys are like 23, 24.
Yes. Hey, you should have seen us go Amola. They were laughing at us. But Nana, we're getting married.
Before Linyalan, how long were you together?
For a year and a half. Yes.
Yeah, you did say you are meant to like
not for me. It was
time.
well, even that, but also for me it was love at first sight. Like I
where
saw
did you
her.
meet? I like the
we
love
met at a
stories.
funeral. The story gets worse. Like, hey,
Oh my God. No,
but
I'm
it
not
gets worse.
interested. How do you meet at a funeral?
We met at her uncle's funeral. Hey, so you're sorry, gang.
Oh my God, I didn't expect that.
You didn't expect that. Hey.
You know, I thought you'd say, no, she was passing me at school.
No.
At a funeral. People are crying.
I mean, I can't do that. Hella, it's what?
So you
Look
like
at that.
that you said the uncle had passed away,
Yes.
so you knew the uncle.
No. I knew the family yabone because of church. So it was
Oh.
re tsena re tlo go kerekeng. So we just went to their family just to support her. Gore nya go na le leso a re go ema teng, and you know, bam, I saw her.
Yeah.
I mean, dilwana, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
No, nothing. Let us expect
Yeah.
and you know, then for me it was love at first sight. For her it wasn't,
Wow.
so I had to do a bit of convincing, ice cream dates,
Yeah.
you know.
Prove yourself. I like
Poems.
that.
Who knows? Maybe she was, but I
Yeah.
had to do a little bit of work as a guy. But it was beautiful. Like, it was really beautiful. It still is even now.
Yeah. And she's such a beautiful woman,
Oh,
like a very
thanks,
amazing
thanks.
soul. I love her
Yes.
so much.
Amen.
And you were the time you met, she was 23, you were 24.
So I was 23 when we met.
Yeah, like the time you were getting
Yeah,
married,
I think
rather.
she was 22. No, since I left university, I just graduated.
Were you not afraid? More so that you just finished university, you are starting this company, she is still in university. Were
I'm
you
still
not-
afraid even. I mean, life is all about being afraid. You know?
No, I can imagine you are 22, 23, and here comes a guy. He doesn't do nothing yet at that
Yes,
time.
yeah,
He's just
yeah.
doing tutoring.
Tutoring,
He doesn't have
yes.
money. He doesn't have anything, you know. And he's saying he wants to get married to you. And Luana, you're like, I want to marry this girl. Were you not afraid to say, what if tomorrow I don't make enough money to maybe impress her? Or yeah.
No, I wouldn't say I was. If you've read the story of David when he was going to face God, and I know this is romantic. We are talking of romance here.
Romance
We are talking
and
of
the
David
insight.
and Goliath. But life is like that. Like
Yeah.
once you look at that kind of story where he faced Goliath and he said to Saul, I had killed a lion, I had killed a bear. Surely I can kill this one also. It's the same thing with me. I drew back from my past experiences. I was a student at university. I know how to get up while everyone else is sleeping. Ke a go batla madi, you know, make money. I know how to, you know, when my friends are going for a nice time and deny myself and say, you know what, I'm going to work tomorrow. I can't join you guys sharp. Phakela ha ba robetse, ke nna o e leng gore ke a ko tirong. So I knew what I'm capable of doing. So that's at the time ne go sa ntshose much, because I think I became a man at a
At a
very
very
early
young
age. Yes,
Yeah.
So for me, it really wasn't a problem, because le bo malome hana ba re nya magadi a te, ke re nya magadi a te.
O banka-
Are, let's go. Hey, I get they will try to deter you in a way, in a good way. To have you really thought this thing through? Magadi
so
a
that
ka
you're
e
still young.
struggle. Nya malome magadi a te. Ke batla go a bona. Ke go print salary day ya de ke pay slip ke mmontsha gore me ke ya bank di bank what ke mmontsha gore madi ke ya ba re nya me anong re ka bitsa ba bangwe gape gore re re nya me motlogolo ke yo wa nyala. So that's
How
basically.
many years?
We are whether
No,
chill.
it's the last question.
Calculation.
I'm-
O batla go ntsenya mo mathateng. I think it's 8 years. We got married in 2017.
Okay.
So we are in 2026, so it's been 9 years.
Oh,
So
okay.
next year is our 10-year anniversary. When Oscar which day and time?
Men are always horrible when it comes to dates.
To dates,
Yeah.
yes. But this one,
Wow.
it's a date that meant a lot. I think we got married on the 5th of August, 2017.
Wow.
Yeah.
Years later, you're even a father.
Yes, to 2 beautiful girls.
Wow. And I still on that same topic of marriage and love and everything. I remember you sharing at one of the meetings I was at to say there was a point your wife had to leave her job
Yes,
to now get back.
To
You know,
the
I asked
entity-
myself 2
yes.
questions at that time. Would I
you
do
have a
it?
good memory, I get it.
Would I do it? Would
Yeah.
I? Not that you don't trust your husband's vision, but if, let's say, like right now, I'm so
Yeah.
passionate when it comes to things of digital marketing or
Yes,
marketing and media,
yeah.
right? So I can imagine what okay, no, leave your marketing and media. You're now going to be a farmer,
Yes,
which is something
yeah.
I don't like. And I just follow through, Same with her. She was on her own path with her own dreams.
Yes, yeah.
Probably never thought she would also have to leave what she's doing for the company. How did the conversation come about in the household to say,
Well, it was quite a very simple conversation because we share, like, above being husband and wife, we are
Yeah.
like friends. So at the time, there was a journey that we would have, talking about, and I'm how are things going, how's she being treated at work, Lena,
we
vice
always
versa.
complain
Talking,
to our husbands?
well, not
Not really
yeah, but I
complain.
do
Like,
get
what
you.
our husbands are our venting
You're
place.
venting,
You take what the
yes,
boss
yes.
did, you vent it to
Did,
your,
kana ona khantile ke hantsela pene ya ka bo hello bogore, yeah, which
Yeah.
even us guys, we do in a healthy way to our wives. So I think those kind of sharing, we're like, you know what? How about this? I don't know if the idea came with me or her, but it ended up saying, you know what? Let's build this thing. Let's come together as a couple, and really build this business. Leave it as a legacy for our kids. And she resigned at her work. She came through to Lion tutoring. We worked in the same environment for a while, but from there I started working outside the office. Yeah, so it was like we are working in two different companies, but it's the same.
It's the
And
same.
I think the main thing there was always, let's build a legacy for our kids.
Wow.
It kept coming back to that, kana ha o le hana, this is something say bana ba rona in the future are going to inherit. And it's also the financial muscle it gives us. It gives us the flexibility for her to do what she wants,
Yeah.
in the sense that if she, like I remember what she was, hey, but there's a project she wanted to do. Like it was like we were king.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a project that she wanted to do. It needed finances, and because of our pusha and we have all these finances, it was easier for us to support her project, before it starts generating income. So I think that is the main thing, come together, build something together. And it works different for different couples. I know that some
Yeah.
of us, we can't work in the same place
With your
with
husband
your
or
husband.
wife.
Yeah.
Happy like our employees. Yeah.
Exactly. So I think and fast forward right now, she manages our SA, some of our SA operations from home. Some of our operations mo Botswana, she does it from home, so she doesn't have to
Yeah.
come to the office. So now it gives us more time, to take care of the kids. School play.
Yeah.
We are now more in charge of our time because of the investment that we did way back, where we could be working at the office until 9 p.m. 10. There were times in extension 4. Just after getting married, would be working now 5 or 6, would push until 9, 10 o'clock.
Wow.
And then we go back home. And first thing in the morning, we are at the office again.
How have you managed to balance between being this successful entrepreneur? You're still a very present husband, which is something that I love, because oftentimes there's this saying that people often talk about, to say men, when they start getting money, or even women these days, the moment one spouse starts getting money, that's where cheating starts, that's when GBV starts, and all these many things.
Yeah.
But I have watched you from, like I already said, you are in every platform. And I see that, okay, this man is very present as a father, very present as a husband, very present even as a boss to his to the employees. How have you managed
Very
to
present in the house of God also.
which is something
as
that I also want us to
ministry
touch on.
and- Yeah. So it's all about juggling. There's sort of a workshop conference called Authentic Men that some of my two sisters did in
Yeah.
the past. And there was this presentation where they gave us balls to juggle. But kind of these balls, they represent all the major parts of your life. And one can't afford to fall. You need to always be juggling all of these
Yeah.
things, So you have to be intentional about setting time for your for God, most importantly, your own personal time with God, fellowship, then time for your spouse, time for your kids, time for your business, time for ministry at church, and find a way to keep all of these afloat. And sometimes, depending on what season you are in your life, some might suffer. There might be a point in audit. I can't be home all the time. I can't collect my kids from school, my wife and the driver and what. But once that season is over, I need to be present. I need to be taking them from school, being at every single recital, school event, etc.
Yeah.
So it's all about knowing the season and balance for what needs you the most at that time,
That's a very
and
beautiful.
being intentional. Going on dates, with the wife and
That
saying,
one is very
on this
important.
day we are going for a date. Re tsenya di phone mo di flight mode, no phones. Ha ile gore dikgang di a hela re tla lebana mo matlhong ya lana.
Yeah.
But that is very important, because if that marriage suffers, it's going to suffer your mental health as a boss ko tirong. Obviously, if your marriage is suffering, ko tirong o nna hela wa ka ntse gore ko lapeng.
Yeah.
If your marriage is suffering, le bana ba kgona go feel that, if you as a boss ko tirong is suffering, o tsena ko lapeng wa ka ntse go ntse go te daddy what's wrong, o lebile silikela o ipotsa gore hey ka go iragalang. So
Yeah.
it's all about also just asking God to help you to balance all of those things.
I also want to ask you something here, because you mentioned the church aspect, right? You are so present also, like you did mention, in church.
I
I
play
was so
drums.
shocked to see a whole millionaire sitting on a chair playing drums. God, how does that happen?
Yeah.
Because the moment we start tasting money, most of the time we feel like God is no longer important. Like, hey, Mudimu, get practicing. When I need to make calls, I need to make deals and all of that. How have you managed to continue serving God with the entirety of your heart, and also having all these many things that you have in your life?
Remember all of these many things that you have in your life. You are a steward of them. Steward meaning gore modimo ke ena a go tshepileng ka dio tse a ba go di neela, gore ngwanaka manage these things the same way in the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve were given these things. Ga se gore ke tsa bone.
Yeah.
Those animals, they don't belong to Adam and Eve, they belong to God. And so that is how I think of my success and my wealth. It's not mine.
Yeah.
But they need to help me to draw closer to God. So for me, it's not even a conversation. I was at drum.
Yeah.
Emma ha khorong ha lo bo dumedisa baeng. You go there, kana go di toilet ra di le so go di bukwana go no di clean. You pull your sleeves and you get inside. So I think most of these titles that we give ourselves ke tsone tse ileng gore di tsana gare le modimo. The biggest title, you are a child of God, you are a daughter of God, you are a son of God. So everything else saying what is just a bonus, and God can take those things. Look at Job. Job was a father. All of those kids, they are no more.
Yeah.
And if your life is based on an identity, you are a father, that thing can go away. But the title you always have is you are a child of God. You'll always have that title.
You're speaking to most of us, you're speaking to most of us, especially with that one of you're a child of God above all things.
Yes.
And the moment titles start coming in our lives, we feel so busy and important to even serve God one way or the other. You know. Let's talk on to some of your businesses. Recently, I saw something, because I told you I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
So I
Thanks.
follow everything that you do. I recently saw that you are now into the car rental space.
Yes. It's something I'm starting.
Something that you are starting.
Seeing how it goes. Yeah, but it's I think right now we've even just tried to open it up to our employees kotirong. Try to see if we can help them with some kind of financing so that they can be able to get their cars, you know. So we've closed it out more to the general community of, you know, getting car rentals and looking back kotirong to say, okay, here's somebody that has been working for so long, they make a stable income, but they are not able to get a bank financing to get their first car. So how do we help them to, as an employer, to get that? So I think now we've narrowed it down to bana ba rona ko tirong.
Instead of the general,
The
but
general
it's but
public.
also it's luxurious cars.
Yes.
So
oh,
that
you mean
one
my
is-
car? Yes.
You have to say that properly.
Yes.
Luxurious cars like your car, which just came in not so long ago on your birthday.
On my birthday, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Got a G-Wagon.
The moment you came here and drove here today, somebody in the team said, "Yay!
Yay!
Ulala morakamolako."
It's by God's grace.
I had to go see the new car.
Yes,
Congratulations,
yeah. No,
by,
thanks a
by,
lot.
by,
And
by
it's
the way.
helping with the kids because very soon by Radi Pro, they're going to be having their proms. So it's something saying, I'm always talking to their parents. Most of them are like, hey, Clara, I want to tell
Yeah.
go promo. We're like, yeah, no, I'm up for it. You know, it's just taking that Saturday off my schedule.
Yeah.
And, you know, even the weddings, I did it even for my cousin. My cousin a few months back was getting married, so I managed to take them with a nice car, you know, to their, using my
That's
wife's
nice.
car to their neighbor. So that's where the idea came. You know what? Sometimes on Saturdays, I guess I recipe, you know, and you have
The
your
car is
wedding.
free.
Talk to me.
Yeah. Increase your aura.
Yeah, increase your aura. Yeah.
I'm noticing one thing about you. You're only spotting where problems are and offering the solutions. You know, the dream for Lion Tuition in 10 years.
Yes, in
What
the
do you-
next in the
What do
next
you have
coming
for
10
both
years.
the Lion Tuition? Because with the car rental, it's something fairly new,
Yes,
of which
yeah.
in the long run it's gonna expand, and we're gonna have
We'll
the
see.
conversation again,
Again.
the same way we are having the one for Lion Tuition. But in terms of Lion Tuition, what's the long dream that you have for?
Yeah, for like the company right now, I think you know, we've proved to be market fit ready. We've got into other countries very successfully and be able to collaborate with the locals in that market and grow it beyond Botswana borders. So we want to see in the next 10 years, wherever you are in the world, hela ha o tsena onto our app, o kgona gore o bone tutor in your location, and then we send the tutor to your house, or you have online lessons. So we believe it can be an app tse di tshwanang hela le bo InDrive. Right now we don't know where InDrive started, but it's
Yeah.
here. We don't know where Uber started, but it's here. So that is the long-term vision. Even one day, if you are in Hungary, or you are in Mexico, or you are in Lithuania, or you are in Australia, if you want a tutor, the first thing you're going to think of is, let me get the Lion Tutoring app and see if there are any tutors in my location. So that is the bigger term vision. And we thank God for at least, you know, 5 countries we are there, and we just want to keep expanding it to the rest of the world.
How difficult is it to start a company in a different country?
It's very difficult because the dynamics are different. Do you even know that starting a company in 2 cities of the same country sometimes is like 2 different locations?
Oh,
like, for instance,
okay.
you take the dynamics in Pretoria and the dynamics in Joburg. It's a different mindset in those 2, but they are not so far from each other.
Yeah.
So you have to learn the psychology of the people there. You have to partner with other companies and other entrepreneurs. Don't want the whole piece of the cake to yourself. And before you know it, you know, you become a huge success there. But it's all about, like, one thing I like you said about me is that it's always about, you know, helping customers. You know,
Yeah.
it's all about helping them. If they don't want something, say, no, what you are offering ko Botswana, they want to tweak it in this way. Listen to that. Always be in conversation or how can we make it better for you, and then you execute.
I wish we could continue with the conversation. I'm really enjoying it. You know,
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying it. But maybe in just wrapping up our conversation, before I ask you one final question, there's always this one question that I asked everyone who comes to the podcast. Wrapping up the conversation, Juaneana, looking at how the system is in Botswana in terms of education, what would you recommend to the rightful people? Those are policymakers, the minister, in terms of education.
The way it stands right now, the lowest lying fruit is to have joint efforts. And I don't remember a time where the ministry would call private schools, tuition centers, universities to under one roof, hela, maybe even for like a 5-day conference and see, guys, how do we fix this? Because the solution is in the people.
Yeah.
The people have the solutions. We are on the ground. I might know it from a tutoring standpoint, but you'll find a teacher in Maruapula has a different outlook. Head of department in Tloga or in another school, there's some value that they can bring. So I think that is what we need to sit down and look at. And the other thing is we need to start looking at education as customized solution. Let's not put students in one bracket and give them solutions. Right now, we have students by that are good at sports. Look at our Mabelo teams.
Yeah.
There are some students that are good at music. Look at your ATIs, your Mposibinas, your Ing.
Yeah.
Then there are students who are very good in your maths and sciences, but some excel in arts and some excel in languages. So gone are the days where just your classroom maths, English, and science should be recommended for all of the students. Let's start having an education system, where they are passionate and they show their abilities, of which I think you're little at the
Yeah.
take him back to Hana, 5 years old, 6 years old. Somebody now, or this child is very athletic, and not that education is not important, but it needs to be tailor-made to the strengths that students are showing. They are good in music like ATI, and try to force him down doing accounting or doing maths, rather give him subjects they are going to support his music career or his music talent. So I would like for us to now start looking at the education system where there should be some talent base. What is the talent? Those kids are more community. With that catwalk,
with some character.
With some character, they are already even preparing for world peace. Let's cater for that. Let's not wait until let's cultivate that at an early stage, and trust me, you'll see what the issues of unemployment.
Yeah, that's very beautiful. Biggest achievement in your life? What's the one thing that you look for back at and you're like, this was my biggest achievement?
Well, my biggest achievement is really the impact, being able to hire. We are hiring more than 400 people. Botswana, South Africa, Namibia, Kenya. And we are helping all those 5,000 students. So for me, that's what makes me feel good, because we are on the Forbes under 30 this month. End of this month, I'm receiving Africa's top CEO award.
Wow.
Last year I got top 100 CEOs in Botswana. End of year I'll be fighting at the ABH African Business Heroes in Rwanda.
Wow.
So I'm in the top 100, but we are going to be fighting for the first position. So those
You'll get it.
so many other achievements.
Yeah.
But the most important thing is the impact.
Love that. Biggest failure?
Biggest failure is regret. Just always
Regretting what when you
No,
have
there are certain
achieved.
things. There are certain things what you'd hold back. And when you look back, you're like, had I just executed in this thing, I would have been a bit further. But in life, you should not have any regrets. Everything that, whether it's a failure, it's a stepping stone to get to what you want to eventually get to.
Wow, that's lovely. Like I already say, time is becoming an enemy. But one last question that I would ask you, which I always ask everybody that I interact with, is after it's all said and done, and God is like, my child, come to me. What's the one thing that you want the people to remember you with?
Whew, that question, it always comes and we are always unprepared. Podcast the same way. Guys, didn't you know this question was coming?
Because the question always has to come.
Yeah.
If you are in the space of inspiring people, fine, to you, you might not see it as I'm inspiring people. You are living your life authentically, which is inspiring other people.
Yes, yeah.
Sometimes you need to pause and say, no, and after everything
It's
I have
all
achieved,
said and done.
Yeah.
Okay. So after it's all said and done, I want to be remembered as the person that left other people better. So I think that is the way that even now I conduct myself. After every engagement I have with something, whether ke go hirile, whether you've been a student, whether I'm your father, as for my daughters,
Yeah.
I always want to leave people a better way than I have found them. And even in my conversations, I think there's another conversation I got last week with somebody. And
Yeah.
as I was driving home, I was like, did I leave that person feeling better? I even had to call them, Hori. Maybe I think I go Arabisa you know, and they really appreciated that. No, but you actually, did well. You know, you spoke well and all of that. So, but it's something that always I meditate on. Hori, after that conversation, even if I'm unhappy, like go tirong gona le mmereko e leng gore they are not performing in.
Yeah.
Even when we call them the HR to the office, still I need to leave them feeling better. Yes, harai itumelela A, B, C, D, but there's still a chance. You can still do it. You know, you still have, we hired you for a reason. We saw something in you, you know, so that is my philosophy basically.
Wow, this has been such an amazing conversation. I wish we could go for the next 2-3 hours.
So next pizza episode,
Hey, the next episode, you'll definitely do come back. I think one of the things that from everything that you have been speaking, I get to look at you and not just be inspired. I love how you authentically live life. I think that's the biggest lesson that I get to learn from you every single time. Like I said, the first time you responded to me, I didn't even expect it. Because I thought, oh, once somebody hits the millionaire status, and I only see how you even interact with the people on the socials. You know, Facebook, you'll post something, somebody will comment, and you'll be there commenting.
Some of them personally, like I have a social media manager, but anyway, myself and say, I'm a bill, no highly.
And that's what we look at and like, hello, do you realize that you're a millionaire here? You shouldn't be speaking to these 1,000 years.
1,000 years. So,
that's what I look at. I'm trying to demure so that when I reach the millionaire status. But I think that's what we really get to appreciate. I recently attended an event by Mr. Mohobe. And to be seeing Ramachandra being a part of the conversation, us being able to interact with him, I'm like, this has never happened. You know, millionaires are people you shouldn't even meet. And the funny thing was, the moment I entered, he was in his car alone. And the security guard told him, no, you can pack this side, sir. After he left, because I'm still in shock, this billionaire just stood in front of us. So that security guard, as shocked as he was also, he's like, if we're in one country mentioned, he's like, this we would never had this. People could have attacked him and all of that. But I just look at how authentic, and I also get to appreciate it. To say, well, okay, these people, and as much as they have these big finances, but they're also very authentic, humble people. It's those who don't have that kind of finances that we often have this mentality. But so
when you trauma, more when people are just having traumas, they feel I need to handle myself in it. You know, for me to feel and that's why people need to go for therapy. And I also go for therapy to just say, you know what are my traumas and how will they play out in arrogant people tend up to play their traumas in arrogantly and misinterpreted. So most of it you just need to go
it's
for
just traumas, really. I now get it. And like I said, we are really learning. Just be authentic. Just be you. When God blesses you with something, know that you're a custodian. I think that's one of my
Amen.
biggest lessons from this, that you're just a custodian. It's not like you are the one who made it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
No, thank you so much for coming. It's always a pleasure having you.
Im,
Otherwise, that's how we wrap up our episode for the day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. If you are looking for this man, he's in every platform.
Yep.
There's no platform you are not active.
Yeah.
You go to TikTok, you go to Instagram, everywhere you are active. And that's one thing that we really appreciate. Speaking on the tuition, how can they get in contact with the tuition?
Yes, Lion Tutoring. We are also on all socials at Lion Tutoring. And then they can go onto our website, which is www.liontutorinternational.com. So those who want to get a tutor, those who want to become a tutor, they also have a form that they complete. And yeah.
That's nice. You heard him. Thank you so much for being a part of this episode. If you made it this far, leave a comment and also follow us on other social media platforms. That's TikTok, Instagram, Spotify. Please support the Spotify one because you're still a little bit behind. We have a goal that we want to reach and only you can help us achieve it. Thank you so much.